There are some ways to take knowledge of community and turn it into action. Here are some examples. Number one, small group jobs. Give students jobs during small groups or during breakout instruction, such as paper passer or reader or pointer. When students have responsibilities, they take ownership in the learning process. They become agents in their own learning and responsibilities. Number two, educator-supported conflict resolution. If you have a student or students that have conflict, use a conflict resolution tool like the Peace Path to help them try a few things to solve their problem or conflict. This not only de-escalates them, but gives students tools to solve their own problems in ways that make sense to them. Number three, positive affirmations. When students have positive self-esteem, they will more readily accept challenges and take risks because their self-worth isn't tied to failure. We want students to fail and to feel good about their failures as learning opportunities. When students learn to manage their bodies and emotions, behavior and learning improves. To give a positive affirmation, you want to focus on what the student did and why it is important, rather than just saying, "good job," or "give me a high five." For example, a student who writes a complete sentence and puts a period at the end, you might say to that student, "I see that you wrote a complete sentence with a period at the end. I can tell that you care about doing your work correctly." That would be a positive affirmation. After you've taken time to know yourself and others, and you've spent time developing learning communities, you're ready for relevant curriculum. The educational materials that are selected by the teacher impact the student's willingness to engage in learning. Materials and resources should reflect the cultures of the students in the community and beyond. The use of student interests such as skateboarding or sports will increase their engagement. Students are then affirmed in who they are and motivated when they see themselves in the curriculum. Here you see an example of a way to get to know more about students' culture. This is called a student interest survey. And this example shows a few questions that you might want to ask a student or a teacher might share with you about each student. Knowledge about these students will help you as they engage in work or as they have a conflict. Thinking about the questions from the survey about selecting relevant materials for students, consider these two scenarios. Scenario 1, Juan just moved into your district. He tells you that he loves to read at home with his family before bed. How could those survey results help you to select relevant materials for that student? Scenario 2, the teacher in the English class asks a student to complete her persuasive essay by the end of the week. Knowing that she likes to watch TV on the weekends, how would you be able to help that student to manage her workload and choose these materials that would help her best be able to complete her work on time? Next, we are going to watch Miss Linda read a book called The Day You Begin. This is an example of a culturally relevant curriculum and discusses what students may go through. The video is in the next section of this course.